All right, so welcome to our day 3 warm-up. Let's start out with problem number 1. We have Lisa deposits $625 in an account that earns 4% simple interest, and we're looking at how much money is in the account after 3 years. So remember, our simple interest formula is I equals P R T, and our P stands for our principal, which is the initial amount that we deposited. That's the $625. My rate is 4%. Now, if you remember, when we plug this number into our formula, we will not calculate with the percentage, we'll calculate with the decimal. And when I do 4% divided by 100, I end up with a decimal of 0.04. So that's what I'm going to use in my equation. 0.04 is my rate. And then my amount of time is 3 years. And when I plug that into my calculator, I'm going to get $75 of interest that was earned for this account. Okay, now remember, this problem doesn't ask us how much interest is earned. It asks us how much money is in the account after the 3 years. So, if you remember, what we have to do to find the total amount of money is I have to take my starting amount and the interest that was added, which gives us a total amount of $700 that is actually in the account. So, like I said, these questions, you have to read them very carefully to try to understand, are they asking you for interest, or are they asking you for the total amount of money? All right, so that brings us to problem number 2. Now, if this is a Pythagorean theorem problem, and if you remember, our Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we have to figure out which set of numbers makes this true. Now, the problem actually tells us that these are already areas. Now, if they're already areas, that means that they've already been squared. So my largest number would have to be my hypotenuse. I'm not going to square it, again, because it's already been squared. And my 2 smaller numbers are my legs. And when I add 144 and 256, it gives me 400. So that means that this is the example that is following the Pythagorean theorem. This will not work with any of the other sets of numbers. Okay, and finally we have our scatter plot. Now, if you remember, in order to do a scatter plot, we're first going to start by drawing a trend line. I'm going to outline the alleys just so I can figure out which direction these dots are headed. So I take the 2 dots that are on the tops and kind of connect those, and the dots that are at the bottom, and then connect those. And then the important part is going to be this line that I'm about to draw, which kind of goes right through the middle. And remember, we're going to try to split those dots, and we're going to try to split those dots evenly and try to go through as many dots as possible. So it looks like when, so we drew the trend line. There's my check. Now it's asking us, what if they typed 70 words per minute? So I'm going to go here to my 70, and I'm going to follow that line going up, and I'm going to see where does it connect to my trend line. And it looks like it connects at about 26. So for 70 words per minute, you can expect to miss about 26 letters. Okay, that concludes day 3. Continue on with the rest of your assignments.